Well, have you ever been lost before? In the Gospel of Luke, Jesus told this story. He said that there were two brothers, and one of them, the younger brother, went up to his father and said, "Hey, I want my share of the estate." And so the father divided his inheritance between the two sons. And not long after that, the younger son, he took all that money, all that wealth, and he left for a different country. And in this different country, he spent all of this money on wild living, on partying and squandering all this money. And eventually he ran out. And once he ran out, a huge famine hit the country. And this brother, he had used up all of his money. So he hired himself out to one of the people, one of the citizens of this new country, where he was feeding pigs. And as he was doing so, the famine was so bad that he longed to eat the very food that the pigs were eating. Eventually, this brother, he came to his senses. He thought to himself, how many of my father's hired servants have food to spare? And yet here I am, being stuck looking after these pigs. What I'm going to do is I'm going to return to my father and I'm going to say to him, "Father, I have sinned against heaven and against you. I'm no longer worthy to be called your son. Please make me like one of your hired servants." And so the brother, he started returning home. But as he was still a long way off, his father saw him and he ran out to his son. He hugged him and kissed him. He was so excited that his son had returned. And the youngest son, he started saying to his father, "Father, I have sinned against heaven and against you. I'm no longer worthy to be called your son." But before he could say another word, the father exclaimed to his servants, "Go find the nicest robe you can find to put it on him. Find a ring, put it on his finger. Find a fattened calf and kill it so that we can feast and celebrate. For this son of mine, he was dead, but now he's alive. He was lost, but now he is found." Meanwhile, the older brother, he's out in the field and he overhears all of this music and dancing. So he asks one of the house servants, "What's going on?" And the servant replied to him, "Your younger brother, he has returned. And so your father, he has killed a fattened calf for him to celebrate." But this older brother, he became angry and he refused to go in to celebrate. And so his father came out and the older brother, he said to his father, "All of these years I've been slaving for you. I've done all of these good things for you. And you haven't even given me a young goat to celebrate with my friends. Yet, as this son of yours that has squandered all of your wealth with prostitutes has returned home, you have killed the fattened calf for him." And the father replied to the older son. He said, "Everything I have is yours. But we have to celebrate because this brother of yours, he was dead and is now alive. He was lost, but now he's found." I wonder if you have ever felt lost before God. Maybe you have wandered far from him. You've done things in your life that you couldn't imagine he would ever forgive you of. But the great thing that we see about God is that he opens his arms for his children to return home. So, will you remain lost or will you come home to him?